So students, we are going to start with the next part, that is neural control and coordination. We are going to start with the nervous system. The whole nervous system, it is broadly classified into two. One is called the central nervous system. The central nervous system, it consists of brain and the spinal cord, and the next part, it is called the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves arising from this brain and the spinal cord. So again, there are two broad classification of this peripheral nervous system. One is called the somatic nervous system, and another is called the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system works under the voluntary conditions like movement of our leg, hand. So these are called voluntary conditions. Okay, skeletal muscles. Then we have the involuntary. Involuntary means where the movement is not under our control, like digestion. Okay, then we have heartbeat. So these are the conditions which are not under our control. This autonomic nervous system, it is broadly classified into two. One is called the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system works under the stress, and parasympathetic nervous system, it works under the normal condition. Now the types of nerve. So what are the three types of nerve we can see? We can see afferent or the sensory nerve, which arises from the sense organ and goes to the central nervous system, that is goes going to the brain and the spinal cord. Then we have the efferent or the motor nerve, which arises from the central nervous system and then goes to the sense organ. And then we have the mixed nervous system, which consists of both sensory and the motor. Now, coming back to your book, this classification is already there in your book. Okay. Now we will start with the reflex arc. Okay, what we have studied. So this is the skin. Okay, the skin is the receptor. From here, the sensory nerve arises, or the afferent nerve, it is arising from here. A stimulus is given to the skin. Suppose a pin is pricking in your hand. So from the skin, the afferent nerve will go, and it will go where? It will go to the spinal cord. It will not go into the brain. Why? Because brain is the decision maker. So here quick response is required. So it is going to the spinal cord. Here you can see here between the afferent, okay, and the efferent nerve, there is a junction, okay, which is converting this motor action into the mechanical action, and this is called internuncial neuron. So this internuncial neuron converts the afferent neuron sensation into the efferent neuron, and then this from the efferent neuron, this is again carried away from the spinal cord to the site of action, that is the muscles, and then we are removing our hand. Okay. Now, this reflex action, it is classified into two. One is called the condition or the acquired, and another is called the unconditioned. Okay, so conditions or the acquired, it means what? You are acquiring this under a certain condition, and it is called conditioned reflex. Okay, and unconditioned reflex, that is present right from the birth, like crying. Okay, like crying or blinking of the eye. So these are all the unconditioned reflexes which you are obtained right from the birth, and conditioned reflexes which you have learned in course of time, like reading, writing, cycling, swimming. So these are the actions. So the Pavlov experiment was, this conditioned reflex was proved by the scientist called the Pavlov. What did he did? He, whenever he provided the food to the dog, he used to ring the bell, and after ringing the bell, he used to provide the food. So this bell, the stimulus which was given to the dog is the bell, and this bell was linked up with the food. So as soon as the bell used to ring, the dog used to salivate. Okay, and the food was provided. Now this was repeated for months. Now what did Pavlov did? He rang the food. Once he rang the food, and he did not give the food to the dog, but still then the dog salivated. It means this stimulus was linked up with the bell, not with the food. So this is called the conditions reflexes. Thank you, class.